Donald Trump insists he can swing Bernie Sanders voters into his camp, despite Bernie himself publicly backing Hillary Clinton. With me now is a Democratic strategist, Harlan Hill, now a Donald Trump supporter. All right, Harlan, good to have you on Justice. Now, I understand you are a registered Democrat.
I am a registered Democrat, and I've worked for over 120 campaign Senate races, congressional races, all over the country.
Democrats?
All exclusively Democrats. I've never worked for a Republican or taken money from a Republican in my life.
Okay, so now you are on the Trump train. Why?
100%. Well, look, I was called a conspiracy theorist by the Democratic establishment for a long time by saying that the media and the DNC was directly colluding to advance Hillary Clinton and to suppress Bernie Sanders. And then what we saw in WikiLeaks is that now we have evidence that they actually were. They were conspiring to, undermine his faith and question whether or not he was an atheist. They tried to strip the voter file away from him by manufacturing a data
controversy. All right, so with the release of all these emails, you were right. I mean, your instincts were right.
Yes.
And now that Bernie's out of the race, Bernie is telling all of his followers to, vote for Hillary. And as recently as today in the LA Times, not just at the convention, he's saying, if you believe in me, you can't let Trump run.
Judge, the reason we supported Bernie Sanders was not to support a good Democrat. We wanted somebody that was going to shake up and disrupt the Democratic establishment. He's being a good Democrat. He's being exactly what we didn't want him to be. We want a good American right now. I mean, these are desperate times. We're seeing ISIS, the threat of ISIS metastasize. The economy is precarious at best. And we need an advocate that's going to disrupt the ruling class in this country. And Bernie Sanders is getting in bed with it.
Why did he do that?
I don't know. I don't know what he was promised or what. I cannot understand it. It runs in contrast to everything I know about Bernie Sanders and everything I know about Bernie Sanders supporters. It doesn't make sense to me, though I will fully acknowledge that a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters will vote for Hillary Clinton. But we're not going to do so happily.
All right. But the Bernie Sanders supporters are younger. They're millennials, okay? Both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are older. So now we've got these third-party candidates. You got that weed, pot-smoking Gary Johnson, and then you've got the woman Jill Stein. You see third parties as entering into the, discussion with the millennials.
Without question.
Where do they go?
So I think that some will stay home. Okay, I don't think that Hillary Clinton has the draw that Barack Obama did when he was running in 2008 and 2012.
Right.
Okay, but so some of them are going to stay home. A lot of them are going to go to Jill Stein. I mean, I'm talking to a lot of friends that are saying, I'm giving Jill Stein a hard look. There's no way I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. And some of them will go to Gary Johnson. It's very telling that when you look at the polls, as many people go to Gary Johnson's camp from Hillary's camp as Donald's camp. So it's going to be equally split between those two. I'm convinced. Okay,
so the millennials go to either one of them, but more of the millennials, the women will go to Jill?
I think so. I wouldn't say that there's a gender divide there.
You don't? Okay.
No, I think that there are just some. Bernie Sanders supporters are a monolithic organization. I mean, they're not all socialists.
All right. So. Out of time. Okay. Harlan Hill, thanks for being with us. All right, we're going to be right back.